Well, no bones about it. I'm here to talk about some things that have been really bothering me. It's been a while, but I have got a lot to say. This may take several episodes of this particular subject matter. First of all, I want to say one thing from the start. I am sick and tired of hearing people like Sean Hannity and Laura Ingraham and Rush Limbaugh pointing fingers at the so-called liberals and left wings and socialists and communists and blaming them for the situation that is in existence in our country right now. Don't get me wrong. I do not support either party. I think the Republicans are just as much to blame as the Democrats. And I think that people like Hannity, Ingraham, and Limbaugh are mouthpieces for disinformation moguls who are literally trying to separate the American people into factions that makes them much more controllable. We are in deep crap. Now, here's the bottom line. While the rest of the world laughs at us, buys us, sells our country out from underneath us, we are being victimized by people that don't care about you. Now let's get to the root of some problems. First of all, I've been online, kind of concerned, thinking about the events that are taking place in our country as we speak. Yes, right at this moment, you are beginning to see the final movement towards a race war, towards a social war, towards a war among different factions of our country, whether they be white, black, brown, pink, purple, or green. I don't care. The bottom line is this is all a manipulation. This is what they want. This is what they want us to do. I beseech all of you, I beseech you, white brothers, brown brothers, black brothers, yellow brothers, and red brothers, and sisters, all of you, to listen closely. This is the time when we, the people, must gain control of our country once and for all. You may think that terrorists are our biggest enemy. You may think that the liberals are your biggest enemy, or you may think that the Republicans are your biggest enemy. The biggest enemy you have, but now listen to this very closely, is our government. Not Obama, but the government that has been in place since the day they killed Kennedy. Remember that. Since the day they killed Kennedy. In terms of the illegal alien problem, I am of Hispanic descent. I will be the first to say it is a serious problem. I do not support this onslaught of humanity from the South. But I don't blame the American-born Mexican Americans. I don't blame Obama. I don't blame the federal government, although they are a part of the problem. I blame the Mexican government. I blame George Bush Sr. for signing Nafta. Since the day Nafta came into existence, our country has been in a spiral downturn economically. This state of free trade has been the greatest mistake we ever allowed to happen in our country. Where was the Tea Party when this bill went into effect? Where was the Tea Party? Where were you when our freedom of economic superiority was sold down the river by George Bush Sr.? Where were you? You want to blame somebody? Blame NAFTA. Now, if you want to stop the problem of Mexicans coming across the border, you shut NAFTA down. You stop buying lumber from Mexico. You stop buying food from Mexico. You turn and you say to Mexico, solve your problem. Stop your people from coming here. You get not one more dime. Then you turn to the American corporations who are functioning, who are operating in Mexico using the cheapest labor they can possibly find to sell us goods at incredibly ridiculous high prices, and you tell them, if you don't pull out of Mexico, then you will be taxed. As we abolish NAFTA, you will be taxed for all the goods coming into this country as if they were foreign goods. A, and B, if you don't pull out of Mexico and bring the jobs back home to the United States, you will no longer be considered an American corporation. These are international corporations that don't care about you. The biggest enemy we have are white bankers. They're not black. They're not brown. They're not even Jewish. They're white men sitting up there laughing at everybody, making millions and billions of dollars. And you, white guys, supremacists, listen, it is not a black problem. It is not a brown problem. It is a problem for all of us. All of us. We all face this problem. You can't keep blaming some other race. You can't keep blaming somebody that isn't the fault. The fault lies in people who laid on their laurels and allowed the Arabs to sell us oil at amazingly high prices, laughing at us the whole time. And what do? We suck it up. We take it in the you-know-what, and we keep paying the prices as they go up. You think that's good? You think that's smart? You think Humble Oil, Exxon now, you think Shell, Mobil, all those guys are Americans? They don't care about you. They don't care about America. They care about one thing and one thing only: money. Your money. And they'll take your money till you rot in the grave. And they'll take it after you rot in the grave, because your kids will be paying for it. And now look what's happened. BP is raping the land around my property, all around me. Fouling my water. My water, the well I own, is fouled because of their drilling. You think that oil and gas is the end all for all of us? It's the destruction. And these guys don't care. They don't care. That oil is pumping out into the Gulf. The Gulf is dead. Remember this. To the tune of 5,000 barrels a day. They say it'll take 90 days for them to fix this leak, if they can even get down there. In 90 days, 19 million gallons of oil will pump into the Gulf of Mexico. There goes everything that could possibly live within that area. Gone. Fishermen will no longer have a livelihood. It's over. It's over. They've done it. And BP needs to pay. Needs to pay. And all of them need to pay. All of them. Goldman Sachs, all of them need to pay. All of them need to understand that we, the people, not the blacks, not the whites, not the Mexicans, not the Spanish, Chinese, French, German, or whatever you are, the people do not deserve this rear ending any longer. Get rid of Nafta. Get rid of Nafta. Stop the imports of Mexican goods into the United States made by American corporations using cheap labor. Bring the jobs back home to Americans. I'm fed up with it. I'm sick and tired of the divisiveness of these lying sacks of you-know-what. We are not the problem. The American people are not the problem. That's a fact. And yet your government, not Obama, your senators, your congressmen, your mayors, your governors are making you the problem. And they're using you. They're using your racial hate, and you are not in control of what you think you are. The rights of the property owner no longer exist. Why? Because major corporations can traipse all over our properties and dig for oil and gas and uranium and whatever they please. We have believed the Rush Limbaughs and the Sean Hannitys and the Laura Ingrams far too long. And kudos to what? Kudos to what? A good American? You're a good American when you let the Arabs ream you like this? You're a good American when you let Mexico sell us goods made by our own corporations and the price of everything keeps going up? I know, because I'm an inventory specialist. I'm the one who raises those prices, and I watch it happen every day. Pay attention, America.